everyone. Welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano along with Josh Reese. Double or nothing. Well,
it was not nothing, and it wasn't doubled. It was what is 14 matches? How many was it?
13?
13?
Are you counting Hook and Danhausen?
Yeah, I think we count that. So I went back to the very first Double or Nothing on May 29th, or May, in 2019, in May.
Right.
This is the most matches that they've had on a card. It counting every single pay-per-view that they've had in existence.
You looked up every pay-per-view?
Every single pay-per-view.
What the fuck,
This is
man?
the absolute most. And one of the matches just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like Tony Khan was like, "Oh fuck, I forgot."
There were two matches that were added like on Rampage, and it's like Rampage.
We could have shaved 30 minutes, maybe an hour off the pay-per-view.
This pay-per-view should have been 3 hours instead of 5. There are so many matches here.
Triple H? What's the problem? Triple H had the perfect plan with NXT pay-per-views to where he did 4, 5 matches.
That's what pay-per-views used to be to begin with. Mm-hmm. It was 5 matches. It was like a 3-hour show. That's it.
Right.
That's all a wrestling show needs to be. And this was 5 hours, and most of the matches were really bad. Botchamania could just play this whole pay-per-view for their next episode. Well, here you go.
It might be some rights infringements, but I get what
I've never seen so many botches in like a main company
and CM
pay-per-view.
Punk too.
Yes,
I mean CM Punk's supposed to be the greatest in the world, and dear God, I
think there was only 2 matches that didn't have botches.
It was infectious.
Yeah.
I guess they would say.
Right.
Ugh.
And just so many matches did not need to be on this card. It went forever. And look, I am sleep deprived. I will admit that.
I'm sleep deprived. I will admit that.
Well, I'm a little biased because I just came from Iowa and like the middle of the fucking night. I'm on barely any sleep. I want to sleep so badly. But still, this doesn't change the fact that this show was bad. Lights out once again for a nobody. We had debuts from people that came out and did nothing. You debut and you do nothing.
That's not true. They patted each other on the head.
Oh, okay. So I guess it was the second date then?
Third base.
Third base. Jesus.
Listen, there were some highs, but there were a lot of lows.
Too many lows. But the pay-per-view's Double or Nothing. They went Double or Nothing, and they came out empty.
They doubled down and went completely empty?
By the end of the pay-per-view, when CM Punk became the world champion, I was like, good, it's over. I didn't even care. And we've wanted Punk to be the world champion for so long. We were so hoping that he would beat Paige, and he did, and I didn't care because I was so exhausted and just tired of this shitty-ass pay-per-view. If you think that this pay-per-view was great or even good, please send me the drugs that you take so that I can take them as well and be obliviously happy.
I would just love to know what the people thought that were actually there. If you were there at the pay-per-view, you must have chanted AEW 6,000 times tonight.
Well, the AEW crowds always love everything.
But you were hyped all night. I will say this, the crowd was into pretty much just about everything. So I don't know if they were rotating crowds in and out. I don't know what they were doing to keep those people fresh. If everyone did Tony Khan bumps of cocaine before each match. I don't know.
They just dropped cocaine from the top of the stadium.
Tony Khan's like, it's snowing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you, Las Vegas.
What? No, acknowledge me, Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh my
we
God.
Acknowledge you, AEW.
Yeah, it's rough. It was a rough show, man. But
yeah, it was Leon rough. Oof.
It's really bad. Anyways,
that's why I said that.
Let's start it off. We got Hook and Danhausen versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling in the buy-in match. Hook dominated and knocked out Mark Sterling, and then he tagged in Danhausen to let him get the win. I don't care. Again, we don't grade the pre-show matches, so it doesn't matter. Thank you, Jesus.
But yeah, hopefully this is the end.
Of what?
Of this thing?
This is the beginning. Isn't this their first match together?
I'm hoping that was it. This was a one-off.
No, they're going to be the tag champs pretty soon.
Well, I'm kind of done with what happened later on anyway, so maybe that would be interesting. Who knows?
What, the whole show? So that was the pre-show.
Tag champions.
Double or Nothing opens with a DraftKings commercial. A 2-minute DraftKings commercial. I get it. They're your sponsor. You go on DraftKings.com and play and fucking do the AEW game, which, let me see if it's updated yet. It said last time I refreshed, the pool has not been scored yet. Let's see. But
even still, this is a pay-per-view. Why are we tossing to an ad to start the fucking pay-per-view?
This pool's not been scored. So even this fucking guy went to sleep. He didn't even watch Double or Nothing. The guy that's supposed to do this. Put in the fucking answers.
Poor Andrew.
But pretty
he wants
bold.
his $10.
I mean, there's no video package to start AEW. There's no fireworks to start Double or Nothing. It's just...
No pomps and circumstance at all.
Right. A DraftKings commercial. Yeah. Very shitty. And then we have MJF versus Wardlow. And let me just say, the dirt sheets, look, they've been right a lot lately. You know, Fightful, Sean Ross Sapp, he's gotten a lot of shit right. Clearly, he's got connections, but they worked him over hard this weekend.
They trolled him so hard.
They trolled him so good. Look, MJF might legitimately be upset at his contract. And he might legitimately be threatening to quit from AEW or just walk off or not even do Double or Nothing. Be like, I'm not doing it. I'm not showing up to Fan Fest. I'm not going to do this fucking pay-per-view. But even if that was all true, Sean Ross Sapp got worked over big time here.
It's
because he still showed up. You know, Bruce Pritchard, JBL, a few other guys would say that they used to just feed Dave Meltzer bullshit just to fuck with him. And I think that's what they did here. Yeah. I think they did it to fuck with everyone, not just obviously Sean Ross Sapp, but like, MJF is the best heel in the business. He's just the best in the business.
Right.
And he's so good because he's like the one wrestler left that really keeps kayfabe alive. Because in real life, he gives the middle finger to little kids.
Right.
I could never do that. Even if I was a badass heel in wrestling, I could not. I would draw the line now. Like, I can't flip off a little kid.
I don't know.
Can't.
Leo waved at me earlier, and I flipped him off. I mean, I just do that.
Well, remind me to kick you in the nuts later.
But no, he's a total troll. Not Leo. MJF.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing. He
came out. Yeah, he does the airplane in the ring, and then he flips off the fans.
It was great. And again, like on AEW TV shows, we start off pretty hot. Right. I mean, this was for what it was all right. It was good.
So Wardlow was in a holding cell before security let him out, and he walked to the ring in handcuffs. They said this was like if you get in trouble in that, what arena were they in? Somewhere in Vegas, but they're like, if you get in trouble at a sporting event here or whatever, then they put you in these holding cells. You know, there are football stadiums in the United States that have jails in them. Right. So they had him in the holding cell. Yeah. It was pretty funny.
It's for the streakers.
The crowd chanted, "Fuck you, MJF." And look, we all picked Wardlow, of course, to win.
Sure.
But I didn't think that this would be a squash. Like, this was Wardlow squashing a jobber. This was Wardlow squashing a who are you. I thought MJF would cheat. Like, where's Sean Spears?
Where was Sean Spears?
Get him involved.
I figured the jobber referees would be out ringside.
Yeah.
Maybe MJF had a surprise to where he had another person on the payroll coming out, but nothing.
This was a 7-minute match, and really 5 of it was just Wardlow powerbombing MJF.
Right.
But like,
and the other 2 minutes was MJF running away.
He did give Wardlow some punches, and of course Wardlow no-sold them, so he poked Wardlow in the eyes. I think that's the only offense MJF got in the entire match. He did try to roll up Wardlow, and even that was a botch. Wardlow's shoulders were up, and it was awkward, and the ref was like, okay.
Well, why not? Who cares?
Yeah.
So this was the second fastest match on the card.
Okay, right. 7:30.
Yeah.
All right, so then MJF tries to use his diamond ring, but the ref takes it from him.
The first time ever.
Yeah.
Ever. A
Well, it was just
had that much hindsight.
Well, it's just like MJF's always so clever in how he does it. This time he just takes it out right in front of the ref.
Well, most of the time it's Spears handing it to him, but sometimes
Wardlow, but yeah.
Or Wardlow.
Right.
Yeah.
So MJF begs for his life. He offers to double Wardlow's pay. He holds out his hand. Wardlow shakes his hand. And then MJF tries to walk away, but Wardlow holds him there. Of course, he's fucking with him. And then Wardlow powerbombs MJF 5 times in a row. He puts his foot on MJF's chest for the 1, 2, but then he takes his foot off.
Oh, he fucked up.
Because he's not done. And then he powerbombs MJF 5 more times and then puts his foot on his chest for the win.
No Sean Spears, but a 10.
The crowd was doing the Sean Spears, but... hey, who was the person that said he was going to powerbomb MJF 10 times?
Andrew. Who was the person that said it was going to be one time? Josh.
Yeah. I fucking nailed it. Tony Khan, well, he probably doesn't book this shit. Wardlow maybe listened to the podcast. He was like, that's a good idea.
But they are booking Wardlow like, I mean, he's an absolute monster.
Of course.
Like, he will destroy anybody that's in his way. He destroyed Lance Archer, a big motherfucker, took down a 7-footer in William Morrissey. I mean, he seemingly is on a head-to-head course with the world champion.
Of course.
Correct? And he would destroy the world champion, I would imagine. Until MJF fucks him over, maybe.
It just can't happen.
It can't happen, but I mean, that's how they're booking him, is that this guy is just unstoppable. So I don't know how they're going to reel it back in.
This feud is over for now because EMTs come out, they put MJF on a gurney, they stretch him out of the building, and then TV Tony tells Wardlow that he is finally, officially all elite. And Wardlow thanks the crowd, which, I didn't like the thanking the crowd. That was a little too cheesy.
Yeah.
Well, he's a babyface, but it was a little too cheesy.
Yeah.
Because he is a monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was weird for me that it was a total squash. They totally squashed MJF. There's no excuse. Every match he's lost, he's had an excuse. He's had, some sort of excuse. This definitely not. Well, and he got stretchered out. So once again, they're blurring the lines of kayfabe to where maybe MJF finally accepted money from, give me a $100,000 bonus if you want me to do this match tonight. Okay, fine. Okay, well, I'm going to job in 7 minutes. I'm barely going to get...
I'm not going to do anything.
Then you're going to stretcher me out of this arena, and I'm not coming back till I have a new contract with what I want.
Maybe so. The people that picked him up...
But that's why it's good, is because we really don't know.
No.
When you blur the lines of kayfabe, that's when this shit is the best. When you watch something, even if you know it's fake, you want to go into... you want to believe in it. If you watch a fucking action movie, you want to get lost in the movie. You know you're watching a movie, but when a movie's so good, you get lost into it that you forget that you're watching a movie.
Well, when we
you think you're watching something for real,
right? When we eventually talk about hogwash, I mean, there's a moment where we just lose ourselves.
Yes,
because great TV is something that we all crave.
Oh yeah,
and MJF is the only person that can do it, apparently.
Yeah, and when these rumors came out that MJF, might just go home, I texted Josh. I'm like, so what show are we going to watch now? If MJF leaves, this company, look, they're not fucked because they still have enough loyal fans that'll watch.
Right.
But without MJF, I don't want to watch.
I don't want to watch either.
No. And look, I don't want to watch Raw or SmackDown either.
We'll watch NXT where MJF will go.
Oh, please. Even he's not that stupid.
Breaker.
Yeah, so I was a little disappointed that it was a total squash on MJF's part, but it was still good.
Unless it was something where MJF was going to have the surprise, I didn't see how this could have been anything other than a squash.
Well, I thought Spears was going to hit him with a chair while the ref's not looking, that MJF gets some offense in.
And you can't even say that, Spears was fucked up from the week before, because MJF took the harder shots. He got the chair shot to the head. Thank you.
And this wasn't a 7.5 minute match. It wasn't. It was a 2-minute match.
2 minutes, yeah.
You know, it was 5 minutes of power bombs. And really, it wasn't even a match. You can't even call it a match. Like, nothing really happened that would make this a match.
It was The Rock and Rock versus, what's his face at WrestleMania?
Who? Hogan?
No.
They went like 20 minutes. Oh, Eric Rowan. Rock and Eric Rowan.
Yeah, but if The Rock had did 10 rock bottoms.
Basically. So, I don't know. I would give it a B- because, I mean, what do you think?
That's pretty high. I would have said C+.
So you weren't really satisfied.
I wasn't really into it. No, but I mean, considering
C+.
Considering what else
I wasn't
happened.
either.
Yeah, it was still one of the better matches on the card.
It might be the best match, a C+. I'm not even joking.
I'm not joking either.
No, I think there's one more, but we'll get to it. It certainly wasn't this one, the Young Bucks versus the Hardys. Both mats did a delete and elite taunt fight. That's another pet peeve of mine in wrestling. Mm-hmm. It used to be so good when they would do it, but now it's like everyone does it every match. They have a taunt fight almost.
Right.
So it's just, it's one of those things that's overdone. Mm-hmm. This match was fine. It was nothing special. The Hardys are just too old and slow. The Young Bucks are still in their prime. And look, we're not big fans of the Young Bucks, but they had to slow down for the Hardys in this match.
Yes.
And it really showed.
No, Matt said it best last week when he said, we're middle-aged extreme.
Right.
And he meant that to be cool.
Right.
But no, they are middle-aged extreme.
They're not even extreme.
But they have like the bodies of grandpas because they've been through so many tables and all that. And they walk around like they're 65, 70 years old.
Well, plus, how many years did that bump take off of Matt Hardy's life? Like, what was it, a year or two ago when Sammy tackled him and he landed right on his head?
Right.
On the concrete.
Well, I mean, I guess Jeff is trying to catch up with him with all his insane bumps that he does.
Yeah.
We're both going to die together.
So the Bucks hit Jeff with the twist of fate and the Swanton bomb, but Jeff kicks out. This whole pay-per-view was kick-out city. It was ridiculous.
Bucks kicked out of so many things.
Yeah.
So many things.
Then the Hardys were both on their knees, and they gave the Bucks double middle fingers and spit at them. The Bucks super kicked them, and they both pinned a Hardy. Mm-hmm. Matt Jackson went for a pin. Nick Jackson went for a pin. Who's legal? Doesn't matter because they both kicked out.
Right.
Why would there be two pins? Like, it's not a tornado match.
Well, every match on AEW that's multiple is a tornado match.
Oh, don't get me started. We'll get there later. So Jeff gave Matt a Swanton bomb on the steel steps. Matt hit Nick with a twist of fate, but Nick kicked out. And then eventually, like 2 minutes later, Matt hit another twist of fate. And then Jeff hit the Swanton bomb for the win. I don't know. I don't understand the two twist of fates.
It was so much. Yeah, so Hardy does a BT bomb, whatever the fuck that is, to Nick. Then he hits the twist of fate, kick out, twist of fate again.
Right.
And he's like, oh, that's not enough. Okay, so I'll hit the Swanton bomb. Bam, finally. Jesus Christ.
Right.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
And 19 minutes. This felt 40 minutes. It felt so long. I was like, oh my God, please be over. Right. Just go watch their ladder match they had in Ring of Honor in 2017. That was good. How do you go from a ladder match to just a regular tag match?
Right. Right. Especially what he did with Darby a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then you get this bullshit. This was the third longest match on the card.
Jesus.
Third longest.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I'm going to say this one was a C-.
That's fine. I would say so as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we see the Acclaimed and the Gun Club. They're in Vegas. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna party. It's gonna be awesome. And then Billy Gunn found the boys all passed out in their room. I was like, oh, are you gonna do some sort of hangover thing? Like maybe that'll be funny. No, that was it. That was totally pointless.
Yeah, they made it seem like they were going to be doing like different things throughout the night.
Yeah, completely pointless.
And then that was it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad we never went back to this because it probably would have sucked. And then Billy Gunn, take this however way you want to understand this. Billy Gunn scissored Anthony Bowens as he slept
while he was unconscious. Yeah. That seems borderline creepy.
Oh, I think it's sexual assault.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He scissored him.
He did scissor her. That's strange.
He told the cops, like, yeah, I scissored him while he was asleep.
And it was on TV too, so
Without
I mean,
his consent? Yeah, just fucking weird shit. And
very weird.
Luckily for them, we don't grade shitty segments.
Oh, that'd be a turn the TV off.
F. Yeah. Next up, we have Anna Jade. Sorry. We have Anna Jade versus Jade Cargill. Anna Jay versus Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship. Another match that should not be on the card.
And this one,
neither should the Bucks and Hardys, by the way.
This one apparently was the fastest match on the card, but it felt like the longest.
Right.
This took forever.
Jade, by the way, it was funny because when Cody Rhodes left, I was like, who's going to get the Cody Rhodes entrance from under the stage? Because they have it. You know, they might as well use it. And Jade got the Cody Rhodes fucking stage, under the stage, rising up.
Good for her.
And she also got Vegas dancers. Now, if we did awards, she would probably be worse dressed. Yeah. With the half green and half pink. It was like Asuka.
It was very strange.
It looked so bad. She also got Vegas dancers for her entrance. So Kiera Hogan and Red Velvet, I think every move they did was shit. Like every move they did was shit.
It was bad.
Everything they did wasn't a botch. But it didn't look good either.
No, it was just slow. And Jade needs to power through these people. Listen, 7-minute match probably doesn't sound like a long time,
right?
But it felt like an eternity. She needs to be doing 3-minute matches, you know, until
it's funny too, because on the scorecard it was over under 7 minutes and it was barely over.
That's unfair.
Right. So Kiera Hogan, Red Velvet interfere, Anna Jay beats them up. Then Mark Sterling came out in crutches because he was injured from his match earlier. He threw one of the crutches in, but Anna Jay got in and she hit Jade with it. That's 3 people interfering. The crowd was dead for this match.
Sure.
Until Johnny Hungy came out to DDT Mark Sterling. They popped for that because they fucking love this dumbass. That's
reasons.
4 people. Then at the end, Anna Jay and Jade are fighting on the second rope. And out comes Malcolm Bivens.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think... I was going to say, who are you? I think he's worth it.
Well, they said someone else.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, that's
blobbity blah. Oh, shit, blobbity blah.
That's, what's the angry one of the 7 dwarfs?
Grumpy?
Grumpy. It's Grumpy from the 7 dwarfs. Because that's him. He comes out, and for some reason, this distracted Anna Jay and not Cargill. He was so far away, too. And Anna Jay's like, she put on binoculars. Who is that over there?
Who's that midget walking down to the ring?
Yeah.
Is that a lost little child?
And that just distracted her enough.
Look, it's -1.
Yeah, that's good. That distracted her enough so that Cargill could hit the Jaded off the second rope for the win. That was probably the best spot of their match. Like, they actually hit it that time. Yeah. Wasn't great, but it was, wasn't bad either. So then Bivens gets in the ring, celebrates with Jade. I guess he's replacing Mark Sterling.
Or maybe she has more counsel now.
God. And they celebrate. They start beating up Anna Jay some more. And then Chris Statlander runs out.
Non-alien Chris Statlander.
That's 5. She runs out. What does she do?
She just stands up.
She just stands there. Like, I'm going to protect Anna Jay.
Because I'm a big girl.
And then the music hits. And I was like, it's fucking Ember Moon, isn't it? And it was fucking Ember Moon.
Fucking Ember Moon.
What is it? Athena Ferris?
That is Fallen Angel?
That is... No, the Fallen Angel is...
They said Fallen something.
The Fallen Angel, isn't that Alan Angels? Or
maybe. I thought maybe Fallen Goddess?
It was something... Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? So it's Ember Moon, Athena Ferris. It's a terrible wrestling name. She comes out. This is her debut in AEW. She comes out. She dances. She gets in the ring and does absolutely nothing.
Everyone has to come out and dance. It's her coming out and dancing reminded me of Jeff when he came out to try to save his brother.
But at least Jeff did something.
That's true.
She came out and was just like, yeah.
She came out.
By the way, when she returned to NXT, I remember there was like a mystery. with the motorcycle. Who's riding the motorcycle?
God damn, why do you make me remember that?
Oh my God, Ember Moon's back in NXT. And she comes out and did nothing then too. She comes out, she makes her debut, does nothing. What's the one thing that she does well?
She stuns people well.
Her fucking finisher
That's right.
is amazing. Mm-hmm. You can't hit the Eclipse on Red Velvet, on Kiera Hogan, on Malcolm Bivens, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Or even Mark Sterling. Hit the fucking move. That's her thing.
That's the only thing she does well. No,
yes.
I'm with you. Yeah, no, she comes up, stands in front of Jade's face, and Jade does the "you're too short" thing.
Yeah, by the way, she's losing to Jade.
Oh, she's
whenever
totally
she gets that title
losing
shot.
to Jade.
We may never see Athena Ferris again.
Well, that's because she'll only be on Dark.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll still be around.
No, when we'll
just never see her.
When we watch Dynamite, we're going to see the results where that they put on the bottom of the screen. AEW Dark results. Athena Ferris beat this person.
Who are you? Right.
Yeah.
Athena Ferris, 25-1.
Yeah. And then she'll get a match and lose, and who cares?
So we're saying D?
F.
F?
I'm F. What was good about this? A total F. Malcolm Bivens, he sucks. He does nothing. Athena Ferris, she does nothing. Not even her fucking move. This was garbage, dude. Garbage.
Yeah.
Right
I'm going to go F+.
No, well, there's no F+, but just write down F. No.
Not F+. Okay.
Next up, another match that should not be on the card. Death Triangle versus House of Black.
You're right. No F+. Oh, my God. Yes. Dear God, Jesus.
Another one where they start out, they copy each other's taunts. Oh, I'm going to sit down cross-legged. I'm going to sit down cross-legged. Oh, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do my thing. Oh, kip up. Oh, I'm going to kip up. Backflip. Oh, aren't we cool?
Excalibur. The House of Black has been on a roll. Huh?
What are you talking about?
Tony,
what are you talking about?
Tony Schiavone. We're going to remember this match for a long time.
Look,
yes, but for negative reasons.
You have to suspend disbelief when you watch a superhero movie, when you watch action movies, even especially when you watch wrestling. But when you make it so bad that it's like, oh, I'm just in this fantasy world where nothing makes sense.
Well,
that's this match.
It's a B movie. Well, maybe a C or D movie. To be honest.
Could enjoy a good B movie. This was not.
No.
Brody King, who again, tweeted a picture of Edge with his stable and was like, when you order House of Black on Wish. And it's like, he's Edge. You're the Wish, idiot. You're the Wish.com. You think a fucking kid dying of cancer, Make-A-Wish says, I want to meet Brody King over Edge? Get the fuck out of here, you doofus.
Well, no, they would request Edge, and then they would send Brody King. No.
Exactly. Yeah, he's the Wish.com.
What happened to my Edge order?
Or it was I think it was when you order it on Amazon, one of those things. No, but it was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
So Brody King, a few of them do the spot where they always do in these 6-man tags, multi-man matches, where I'm going to jump over the rope and land on you. Then he's going to jump over the rope and land on you. And then Brody King's like, okay, I'll try it. I've never successfully done it in my life.
I'll try not to murder anybody.
But I'll try it. Oh, and he fucks up. He fucking falls. He fell on the apron and then rolled onto them. The guy is a fucking worthless fuck. This is when I get angry, when there are wrestlers getting paid. You know, he's not making a lot of money, but it's a lot of money for anyone.
You don't know that?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of money compared to what the average person makes.
Right, for sure.
And I'm like, I'm a better wrestler than him.
Yeah.
That's what upsets me. You know, it's just like, you can't even fucking get out of the
wrestling school.
You can't even get out of the goddamn ring. I don't even go to I never even went to wrestling school, and I never botched that move. Yeah. Never. Yeah, maybe I got some talent, but still.
It's tough.
Jesus Christ. If you're a professional wrestler on TV, you should not botch these things. I get it. You're a big guy. You know what Randy Orton does? He doesn't do those moves because he fucking knows he can't do them.
Right,
and he doesn't have to do them.
He just,
not everyone has to jump over the fucking top rope and do this. You can't do it, Brody King. You can't do it. Find something else that you're good at.
Sure, yeah, no, and he just looks out of place next to Buddy.
When Buddy had his face painted for I think the first time
for reasons
because he wanted to look like he fit in with them
because he doesn't normally. It's just, it was so weird. The only spot in this match that I liked was
Penta's Canadian Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyer jumping on the back of his brother.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Right.
But 1 minute later, they try to do another top row spot where he does the coup de grace onto the floor, and he totally missed.
Ray Phoenix completely missed.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Completely missed.
How do you get...
And that move is so dumb where all you do is tap your feet on their back. Like, you're not doing anything.
Right?
So dumb.
He hurt himself more by landing on the floor without hitting him.
Right.
Probably fucked up his knee. Jesus Christ.
So Alex Abrahantes distracted the ref so Pac could kick Malachi in the nuts. And then Pac sets up for the Black Arrow, but the lights go out. And my dumb ass thought it was Bray Wyatt for a second. I was like, wait, are they finally going to do Bray Wyatt?
No way.
Or is it going to be Julia Hart? And of course, it's Julia Hart. The lights go out for Julia Hart.
Big reveal.
Oh.
Big reveal. I will give Julia Hart this.
5 months later.
Andrew, I will give Julia Hart this. She spits that mist way better
than
Malachi
God.
Black.
That was like the perfect...
That was like...
That was like the perfect, like, you just got COVID, because she was right in his face.
That was so good.
She COVIDed the fuck out of him.
So, I mean, I doubt we're ever going to get an explanation on whatever happened.
Yeah. But it's funny because we all picked that this wouldn't get paid off. And the one time we say it's not, it gets paid off. Finally. 5 minutes later, she spits in Pac's face. Black hits the Black Mass for the win, which they still don't have a fucking name for that finisher. The spinning heel hook.
Right.
Yeah.
Devastation. I don't know. But so I guess all it took was maybe just getting some eye surgery for Julia Hart. Because she has her eye fixed now. But now she just has some like paint on her eyes.
Is her eye completely fine? She didn't even have like a weird contact lens?
Yeah, eye's completely fine. So I imagine in my own mind that the Varsity Blondes just weren't able to afford healthcare for this poor woman. And, you know, Malachi Black was.
Well, again, they're step siblings.
Right.
So it's a little different there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we're giving Jade Cargill an F, this is an F.
I would say D because the Canadian Destroyer. That's the only thing.
I'll go with D minus.
D minus.
Okay. We'll split the difference.
Yeah. Next up, we have Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe, Owen Hart tournament final. This is the second match so far that should have been on the card. MJF versus Wardlow.
Sure.
That's 2 matches so far. Adam Cole's gear was fantastic.
Yeah, the pink.
It was so good. The pink with the white jacket. It was great. This was a good technical match for about 10 minutes. Bobby Fish ran out, briefly attacked Joe while the ref was distracted, and Cole hit Joe with the boom for the win. It was kind of flat.
It was a little bit flat.
It was a little flat. The match was good, though, but it was flat. The ending was flat.
But were you at this time wondering, like, you know, why is it just Bobby that's running out? Why not at Cole? Why not Kyle?
Well, because Kyle had a match.
But did you know that Kyle was having a match?
Oh, so at that point,
I didn't know, and I was like, where the fuck is Kyle?
Right.
Okay. So yeah. No, it was kind of flat. And goddamn, listen, I hate to comment on someone's body, especially the way my fat ass looks, but I mean, Adam Cole does not look. He just looks like a regular dude.
Well, we've always known that, but the thing is, he's always cheated to win. And in this one, Bobby Fish, all he did was pull Joe's arm. Like, wasn't that much.
And he just hit a couple super kicks.
I get it. Joe's got an injured arm, but
and that was it. It was kind of, and then no Satnam Singe. No.
Well, thank God we didn't have a Satnam Singh.
But I mean, like, I thought that's what they were all kind of alluding to with them fucking him over every week. But
right, it's weird. They wanted like this tournament to be like to have some sort of prestige to it, so that it wasn't that. Well, like, it wasn't that dirty of a win. Like Bobby Fish didn't do much. Considering
what I saw Martha Hart looking like, this is just all. This is all crazy.
I'll give it a C plus. It was good. The ending was kind of flat.
Sure, C plus. That's fine. Yeah. So far, tied for the highest match on the card.
Oh right. Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to get better than that. We have Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker, Owen Hart women's tournament final. Fozzy guitarist, I forgot his name, but anyways, a Fozzy guitarist played Baker to the ring.
I think he just played the intro. It didn't sound like he actually played anything else.
No, just one,
Yeah, one little. That was it. Instead, Ruby Riott got fucking Rancid to play for her.
Well, yeah, it's her song.
Amazing.
Ruby, how.
That might have been the best moment of the night, to be honest.
Well, it's interesting that of all the matches, this match had the best entrances.
Right. I know what you mean. Exactly. I'm with you.
Weird.
Very strange.
Yeah, Baker's gear was great, like her boyfriend's, Adam Cole's. And Ruby's jacket said it's time for a change. You know, that's an Owen Hart saying. And it was yellow and black, like when he was in the Nation of Domination. Baker,
he was in the Nation of Domination?
Yeah.
He was white guy.
Yeah, that was the joke, kind of.
Really?
He wasn't always there. Like, he joined near the end of their... Or maybe the middle. I don't remember exactly. But he was in there at some point. No, it was like... Actually, no, it was after The Rock took over the Nation. And then they feuded with DX, because that's when DX had that guy do the Owen Hart impression. It was fucking great.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to learn more about this. Sounds pretty neat.
Yeah.
A lot neater than this bullshit.
Baker hit the curb stomp. Ruby kicked out.
Of course.
The match was, pretty good for a while until Ruby struggled to put Baker in a sharpshooter. It was a botched sharpshooter.
Right.
Looked terrible. But the ending was kind of cool because they did the same ending from Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania, or similar.
Oh, so the roll-ups were okay? I was wondering, because I was like, what the fuck? A roll-up ends this? But that made sense?
Well, I recognized it early on. I was like, I think this is Owen versus Brett. And again, roll-ups in AEW don't upset me as much as they do in WWE, because we have 5 to 10 roll-ups I'm being dramatic, 5 roll-ups average every week. On Raw and SmackDown. There's so many fucking roll-ups. And I'm also okay with heels winning by roll-ups, because roll-ups is a bitch move.
Okay.
So, yeah, roll-ups in AEW are okay because they don't overuse them.
Makes sense. This actually lasted longer than Adam Cole and Samoa Joe.
How long?
1 minute more.
What was it total?
13
to 12. Okay.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
So after the match, Adam Cole meets Baker on the stage and they kiss, but it wasn't like an obnoxious kiss. It
wasn't a Sammy and Ty. It wasn't a Sammy and kiss.
This was breaking kayfabe. Like, this was a real moment.
Like, we did it, babe.
Like, well, it was just a real moment. Like, they kissed and it was this feel good thing, because then Tony Khan escorted Martha Hart out, which he didn't need to do that.
No.
She's fully capable of walking.
Is she what she was wearing? I was kind of confused.
Well, I don't know what that was. That was like she's going to the Oscars. That's certainly not
fucking Kentucky Derby.
It's certainly not. Yeah, that's true. It's certainly not wrestling attire.
No, Jesus Christ, she looked like a weird Disney villain.
Well, it just shows that she's not. She's never a wrestling fan.
No,
like she never was. This is not news, but
no, this is probably why we were more offended at the stuff that was being done with the ONR tournament than her, because she's just like, entertainment. Yeah. Entertainment for the children.
So she gives a long speech about Owen. She gives Cole and Baker 2 belts.
And belts.
And obviously it was a feel-good moment, but, it would have been great if they just double super kicked her.
Oh, that would have been great.
Put her through a table.
Right, but she doesn't, she probably wouldn't have understood.
And said,
what's happening?
And said, fuck no, you're not doing that. So Ruby versus Baker, a C.
I'll give you that. I wasn't too into it, but you saw the kind of parallels between Owen and Brett, so that's fine.
Well, it wasn't a bad match. It wasn't really a good match either. It was just kind of okay.
This is very meh.
Very meh.
Very
sure.
meh.
I'll allow it. Next up, we have Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Paige Van Zandt
versus... Did not need to be on the card.
Correct. Versus Frankie Kazarian, Sammy Guevara, and Ty Conti. So far, only 3 matches needed to be on the card.
The 3 C's.
The 3 C's? Oh, yeah, exactly. Sammy and Ty came out with the UFC belts and made out. And I tweeted, what AEW YouTube show do I need to watch to understand why they have UFC belts?
I don't even know if it's AEW YouTube.
I knew it was Rampage. That was the joke. And so many people replied, Rampage, 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 Rampage.
Oh, was it?
And this guy was like, it was Rampage, douchebag. And I was like, you get jokes. Like, clearly it was Rampage. But my joke was Rampage basically is a YouTube show.
It is. I didn't even think about it. I thought it was something that was done on Instagram, to be honest. I'm not even joking.
But these were like Dan Lambert's property.
Right.
I can't believe like
he let them touch them.
Well, like I'm sure Dana White was like, "What the fuck? Like,
why is my shit on your TV
would
show?"
Dana White have to approve? I guess if it's Dan Lambert's property, then no.
Property, the gym.
I can't imagine. I mean, Dana White has constantly said like wrestling sucks, wrestling's fake as fuck. But then he was also there for Ronda Rousey's like first match, obviously to support her.
Right.
So yeah, and it's obvious. Now it's obvious that Sammy and Ty are the heels here.
Well, for sure.
Despite Sammy and Ty coming out of the babyface tunnel, the Men of the Year and Paige Van Zant came out of the heel tunnel, but it made no sense.
Listen, if Sammy just got the middle of the stage entrance, it would be Cody and Randy. That's the only difference.
They should come up from the stage.
They should.
And as they're rising, they're already like making out, or they're just fucking. Like he's on a chair and she's just riding his dick as the fucking stage rises up. That'd be fucking amazing.
Or just be like laying in the bed doing a live sex celebration every time when they come.
Right.
Oh, the camera's here.
Like I'm fine with them being heels, but you just need to be heels.
Right.
You know? And I also don't really want to see them in mixed tag matches either.
Well, hopefully this might be it.
Hopefully, God. There were so many cutters. Cutter City.
Yeah.
Paige Van Zandt did it right for her first match.
I mean,
she didn't do much, but she did a couple things.
Dare I say, she's got some talent. She might be one of their fucking better women wrestlers.
Yeah. I mean, it was super planned out.
For sure.
She wasn't in much. She didn't do much.
She's athletic. She can toss people around. She's strong.
Right.
I mean,
this was the right move because she can't win a real fight.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. So Frankie got pissed at Ty and Sammy because at one point he wanted to tag, but they were busy making out. So he bails on them. Because there's a point where Sammy and Ty are in the ring, and Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, Paige Van Zandt are standing there with them, and they're like, "We're about to kill you." And then Sammy and Ty are like, "Frankie, help us!" And Frankie's like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." And Frankie leaves. And then 5 seconds later, Frankie's back.
Come right back.
What? What is this?
I didn't understand what the fuck was happening.
What is this?
Not only that, on commentary, Tony was like, Sky's had one of the best 400-day runs of any athlete in the company. Yeah. I was like, huh? What?
All on YouTube.
All on YouTube. But it's so random, 400 days. Also, it's not true.
Right.
But this match was a lot of hodgepodge and
Frankie tagged himself in and Ty screamed like at the top of her lungs.
Oh my God, you touched me.
Like that. And she just tagged himself
sexual
in.
assault.
Yeah. That was, you know what?
Touch me.
You might have a second impression there, buddy.
Oh, do I? Taikanti?
Yeah.
Man, don't touch me. My boyfriend will get you.
Yeah. Sammy tries to super kick Frankie, but he ducks, and Sammy super kicks Ty. And then, I put Sammy. Scorpio hit Frankie with the TKO for the win. I'm tired.
It's okay.
Nobody hate this. I hate this match.
Yeah, this match sucked.
Ethan Page deserves better because he's actually talented.
Better. Yeah.
I mean, really, in reality, Sammy Guevara deserves better.
Well, for sure.
But he's probably, I don't know if I'm sure he's enjoying fucking Ty Conti, but.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you do some strange things for Ty Conti?
Yeah.
I'd do some strange things for that.
I do some things for that tight Conti. I mean, the Ty Conti, yes.
For that Conti?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, okay, so later on in the show, you know, Scorpio Sky was like, okay, who's the next person to challenge me? Whatever. And I was fully expecting, like, Ethan Page, like, you know, maybe it's my time, bro, or something like that. That'd be great to finally get some use out of Ethan Page.
Right.
Instead, it was boring, bland Dante Martin. I was so annoyed and so sad. And I was like, oh.
D-.
D-.
You're lucky it's not an F. I'll just say that.
I'm not lucky. I don't care.
Well,
D- is
I'm
fine.
Just saying, like.
No, yes, it was bad.
Next up, we have Darby Allin versus Kyle O'Reilly in a This Means Nothing match.
And what the fuck? Where did this come from match?
I think O'Reilly might have like beat up Sting on Rampage or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that's why Sting wasn't there.
But this show was cursed because even Darby botched his awesome cannonball suicide dive. Mm-hmm. He botched it bad. But that was really the only mistake. The rest of this match was good. It just served no purpose.
Kyle puts on good matches, and he can get a good match.
And so does Darby. Darby did a regular suicide dive, but Kyle caught him with the guillotine. Mm-hmm. JR randomly did he's literally in the middle of the match. Like Excalibur was like, yeah, O'Reilly's working over his back, and then JR's like, oh, O'Reilly. And they're like, yeah, auto parts, yeah.
What? Are you sure he wasn't having like a stroke in the middle of the car?
oh, fuck, I'm dying.
Somebody send me barbecue sauce.
Tell Martha I love her.
Tell Martha I'll see her in hell.
Yeah. What the fuck? I'll see her in hell. Tell Martha I'll see her in heaven. JR, her husband's there. That's where her husband is. Yeah, but I imagine she probably likes me more, maybe. No, if anything, she probably how does she not hate you?
She not hate you. You're so creepy towards her.
Right. Like you were in charge of talent back in the day. You let Owen Hart go up there.
Oh, no.
It's not my fault, freaks.
It's not my fault.
If you think I did this just to get in Martha's pants,
you're goddamn right.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck's that movie? With Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise.
Which one is that?
A Few Good Men.
Oh, right.
Did you kill Owen Hart to get with Martha? You're goddamn right I did.
You won me on that wall.
Did you order the code blue blazer on Owen Hart? Goddamn right I did. I put barbecue sauce on that thing.
That's why it was so slippery.
Yeah. It's fucked up. But look, we didn't kill Owen Hart.
No.
It's not us. Don't blame us.
Apparently JR, allegedly.
It's WWE that killed Owen Hart. And that's not even the joke.
No, that's unfortunately
Don't be mad at us,
truth.
freaks.
That's unfortunate truth. Yeah, calm down, freaks.
Yeah.
Send us barbecue sauce.
Darby hit the coffin drop on the apron, but then he went for it again in the ring, but Kyle caught him with an armbar. Mm-hmm. And in the end, Kyle won with his knee off the top rope. I was pretty surprised. This match means nothing.
No.
But still, I was surprised that like Tony booked a WWE guy to go over like his homegrown talent.
Yeah, Darby's one of their best guys. It was...
Right. I thought easily this would be a Darby win. Now, it wasn't on the scorecard, so...
No.
Because it was added late.
Well, it was just... Okay, so, I mean, look, we all love Darby, but I was kind of annoyed with him just no-selling the fuck out of those penalty kicks. Those penalty kicks were stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
1 count, 2 count, then finally the knee off the top. But, Kyle... When Kyle is engaged, he puts on really good matches.
Yeah.
And I want to say this is probably one of the best matches on the card, to be honest.
I think it is.
I think this...
It might be a B-, right?
I think this dare say a B-.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to beat that.
No.
I mean,
And
let me look real quick.
Random match on the card.
No, nothing's going to beat it. Yeah. Next up, we have Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa for the women's championship.
We're finally halfway through.
Yeah.
If you think this podcast has been long,
welcome.
Dear God.
Welcome to hour 3 out of 5. How am I still awake? I don't know. They cloned me, and they bring out a different clone every hour. And every hour, a clone of me dies. That's why they have to clone a new one. But I'm so unhealthy that I die every hour.
That's why he was soon to O'Reilly.
Yeah.
That was
like oh fuck, that match was too long. Get him.
Get us a new JR.
Shit, we're over the time limit.
It felt like after every single match, Tony was going, "Hey folks, just remember to tell your friends that there's still time to watch this goddamn pay-per-view." Like, I really want to know what the buy rate is.
Right.
Because they were doing it. I've never noticed it before, but I felt like they were doing it so aggressively this week.
Yeah.
Like, there must have been, like, me and you were the only people watching this goddamn thing.
Well, by the way, Bleacher Report totally fucked up. I bought the pay-per-view with like 30 minutes into the buy-in. Mm-hmm. I buy it. I check my bank account. Mm-hmm. The money came out of my account.
Okay.
And then I can't play the fucking stream. And it says purchased the pay-per-view. I'm like, well, I did. I clicked restore purchase. No, sorry. Did it so many times. The pay-per-view's starting. I'm like, God damn it. What the fuck? So I'm like, okay, let me purchase it again. Maybe that'll just fix everything. And they charged me twice.
No, Andrew. Hopefully you're going to call and complain.
Oh, I've already sent a complaint email.
Okay, good. Dear Jesus.
Yeah, I've already. And if they don't reply, I'm going to find someone and kill them.
If they don't reply,
like,
we're going to find Tony Khan.
I'm like, you shouldn't even charge me for one of these. This pay-per-view was so bad.
Yeah, maybe after you get your money back for the first one, you need to send a second email asking for the money back because we wasted 5 hours of our life.
Right.
Yeah. This was not enjoyment.
So Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa, Women's Championship. This was slow and long. How long was this?
16, almost 17 minutes.
Felt like 30.
It did feel like a while.
Rosa retained with the Fire Thunder driver. I don't care about this match.
I was really disappointed because Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb are actually two really talented workers. But I mean, this dragged on and on and on and on. And dear God.
D. Don't care about this match. It's a D. Put it in.
Yeah, D stands for don't care. Yeah.
Next up, we have the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. Justin Roberts on the mic was like, ladies and gentlemen, shit's going to hit the fan.
F. Let's skip it and go.
Holy shit.
Dear God. I'm not going to go ahead and just read everything you got. I'm not going to interrupt until
my friend Aaron's over, and he doesn't watch AEW. He comes over for the pay-per-view sometimes. Mm-hmm. And he's like, why are they wasting Bryan Danielson in a 10-man match?
Right.
And I was explaining to him, I was like, well, when he showed up, he was having single matches every week, and he was the best part of the show. Like, the best match every week was Bryan Danielson versus anyone. He was
the best part of wrestling in general.
Yeah. Easily the best match, but he's wasted here. He looked like he just betrayed the Wyatt family back in 2014 or whatever when he betrayed them because he was just wearing like the green pants.
Right. And a wife beater.
I did like how Wild Thing played
throughout the whole fucking match.
Like throughout like the first 10 minutes.
What the fuck? That was weird.
But then eventually Jericho smashed the soundboard to turn the music off. That was like the one thing. Well, I mean, there's a couple good spots, but that was my favorite part.
It was very random.
One of the Young Cucks got busted open big time. A lot of them were bleeding. Moxley and Jericho were supposed to ride on a scooter together, a motorized scooter, but it didn't work. I don't understand why these never work when it's time to actually do it.
So Moxley, when he was in Houston, they're like, we're going to have a stadium stampede match. Blah, 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 blah. Moxley's like, no, I'm not going to do any of that type of sports entertainment bullshit. And then he does sports entertainment bullshit, sitting down in the motorized scooter to try to choke out Jericho.
That's a good point.
Fucking nothing more sports entertainment than that.
That's a good point.
Go fuck yourself, Moxley.
Yeah. And he loves to do these death matches.
Fucking.
And he just gets beat up the whole time.
The goddamn barbed wire later in the match.
Santana Ortiz hit their finisher on Jake Hager through 2 tables. That was pretty good. Daniel Garcia gave Ortiz a pile driver on the steel steps. Then Jericho. I'm seeing Jericho. Moxley is laying on the timekeeper's table, which is very small.
Yeah.
And you can already see that the middle is caving in. Mm-hmm. And Jericho is turning to put Moxley in the walls. I'm like, what are you doing? It's going to collapse. Mm-hmm. It's going to collapse. Guess what happened? It fucking collapsed.
It collapsed.
It looked so dumb.
Fucking dumb.
Moxley took the top rope off.
You know, we didn't even mention at the top when they were walking out the jizz. The jizz all looked like a terrible boy band.
They looked like jizz.
It was. They did look
they
like
all
white. Little pieces of sperm.
It was like Backstreet Boys.
God damn, they looked awful.
Am I original?
No, I am not.
Am I sexual?
No, I'm a wizard.
Do I have a dad bod? Yes. Yeah. Everybody, fuck these guys. Everybody,
fuck these guys.
No, fuck these bitches.
Yes.
Yeah. Santana Ortiz jumped off ladders to put 2 of the bad guys through tables.
Sure. Whatever.
Then Eddie Kingston, he was fighting in the concourse for a while. He put mustard on one of them. He's so angry. He cuts these promos. There was a promo on the buy-in where Moxley Kingston was drinking alcohol, And it was this great promo about depression. He's like, you got me drinking again, you piece of shit. I'm so afraid of what I'm going to do to you at Double or Nothing. And then he puts mustard on the guy. He hates them so much that he puts mustard on the guy.
Mustard is very stingy. I don't know if you've ever gotten mustard on an open wound on accident, but god damn, it burns.
No, I don't eat mustard.
It burns like something serious.
Fuck mustard.
Have you really never eaten mustard?
I've eaten mustard, yes.
Okay,
but I just don't. I'm not a big fan.
Honey mustard's really good.
I don't like regular mustard. I could handle it on some things, but not just regular mustard. It's got to be like a different kind of mustard, you know? Okay. Like mayo. Normal mayo, no way. Chipotle mayo, hell yes.
So like you like the Dijon mustard?
I don't know what that is. Anyways, Eddie eventually comes out. He looks like a zombie. He's covered in blood. Comes out with a gasoline tank. And he starts pouring it all over Jericho and Bryan. And he's about to just light them on fire. And Bryan knocks the lighter out of his hand. Eddie and Bryan start brawling. Moxley tried to split them up, but Jericho hit all of them with a chair. Jericho hit Bryan with the turnbuckle, goes for the pin. Bryan kicks out. And then Jericho had the chair, but Bryan hit the running knee, and the chair hit Jericho's head, and Jericho kicks out of that. Just break up the pin. It's that easy. And then Bryan yells, I'm going to kick his fucking head in. It's pay-per-view. He could say it. But before he could do that, Hager attacked Bryan's leg with Jericho's bat. Jericho put Bryan in a single leg Boston Crab while Hager choked him to death with the ring rope. Bryan Danielson's dead and buried. The end. Why did Bryan Danielson take the fall in this match?
Well,
he's the last person that should have.
I feel like just Bryan Danielson getting pinned is kind of like a microcosm of the entire pay-per-view. Just like weirdness. Like everything that should happen doesn't happen. And all the wrong things that you can do does happen.
I mean, Bryan Danielson shows up. He has an Iron Man match with Kenny Omega. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Even his matches with Hangman Page were good, even though he lost. And now he's just doing this. He's like, oh fuck.
Right.
Should I have stayed? Should I have stayed in WWE? I main evented WrestleMania and then left.
Impact next.
Right. So what are we going to give that?
I mean, a D minus. It's not an F. There were some interesting things.
A D is fine.
A D. Okay.
Backstage, we see Andrade. Now, if we're grading worst things on the show, this is the worst part of the whole show.
Oh, dear God.
Andrade's backstage in an office room with Jose. And he's like, I am tired of losing. We are losers. I want to win. It's basically Nacho Libre. I want to win. And then Jose's like, well, your new business partner's here. And I'm thinking, Andrade and Charlotte just got married. They did. So this is pre-taped because they're on their fucking honeymoon right now.
You're thinking it's Charlotte.
No. I thought it was Ric Flair.
Oh, God, that would have been amazing.
Maybe they're going to bring him in without a crowd so that the crowd can't boo him in person.
Right, yeah. Instead, it was...
Andrade's new business partner walks in, and let me see, I have his name right here.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're like, oh my God, it's...
Who are you?
He's dropping the Hardy family office, or maybe he's growing... I didn't really understand. I didn't care. Apparently his name is El Toro Blanco.
Fuck off.
Yeah. No.
I'm never going to say his name. Never. I don't care if he becomes the champion, which he won't, but I don't care.
LTB?
A no one.
LTB?
A no. And apparently he's related to Andrade. It's probably the reason why he has a contract in the first place.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And then they do the Shields fit. What the fuck is happening? What is happening?
So are we grading this? Because it was...
Fuck. No, we're not.
Oh, we're not? Okay.
No. Like I said, they're lucky we don't.
It was bad.
Next up, we have Jurassic Express versus Hobbs and Starks versus Swerve in Our Glory. That's their name.
No.
I didn't just make fun of them. They chose that name. Bask in my glory, swerve in our glory. What the fuck does that mean?
That means we've run out of ideas, Andrew.
6-man tag where only 2 men are legal. Of course, everyone just gets in the ring,
Wait,
And the
only
ref-
2 men were legal in this match?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's not true.
2 men are legal. Of course, everyone gets in the fucking ring. You know, even Christian Cage. Mm-hmm. Starks fell on his head, falling out of the ring.
Dear Jesus.
Too much goofy shit. Like, I like Starks, but he was overacting way too much. He's a goofy fuck in this. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And I don't care about Keith Lee, Hobbs, and Luchasaurus facing off. They all took shots punching each other and choking each other. It was fucking terrible. Starks tried to pin Jungle Boy with his legs on the top rope, and Christian pushed them off. So many botches. And in the end, Jurassic Express retained with a botched finisher on it was Starks, right? Yeah, Starks.
It was on Starks. Yeah. It
But,
was
like-
rough.
But Luchasaurus flipped him, and then Jungle Boy just missed him, and he just landed, and then it was so bad.
It was pretty bad. So then afterwards, you know, Christian's picking up Jungle Boy
Yeah.
on his shoulders, and I'm thinking, oh, one winged angel maybe, and he finally turns
Fall back.
or fall back or something.
No.
They just walk off in the sunset. So what was all this fucking, you know, I might turn on you bullshit before? Just a deep fake us, I guess. It was just
Deep fake.
deep fake.
D minus.
It was a D minus for sure.
Yeah. Then finally, by now, if you're not asleep, it's the main event. CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page for the world title. I'm exhausted. I mean, if you're on the East Coast, it's after midnight. And I get it. Memorial Day's tomorrow. So most people don't work. Mm-hmm. But anyone in the entertainment industry does. Mm-hmm. If you work in radio, television, you're going to work tomorrow. Most likely.
Newspaper.
Maybe not the host, but the producers, you know.
Right.
So
So
still, it's like
the-
12:45 a.m. on the East Coast.
It's rough. So the Jizz segment was 22 minutes and 45 seconds, lasted forever, and CM Punk, Hangman Adam Page, 25:40.
So barely went over 25. That was in the scorecards.
Barely.
Over 25 minutes. We all said yes.
Barely.
Barely got that. And a lot of fans were booing CM Punk
I
during
was
the match.
so confused.
Even when he came out, there wasn't a big pop.
I don't understand
strange.
it. It makes
I
me
don't
think,
get
like,
it.
why did they even mention...
Like, I get why the fans turned on John Cena back in the day. I get why they turned on Roman Reigns back in the day. I don't get why they're turning on Punk. But I told you, there's a group of AEW marks that love Hangman Page. that
Tony
they'll
Khan
just-
specifically.
That's why I said Punk can't take this title from Page.
As
Because
a face.
Page is over with the marquee marks of the AEW crowd. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they booed him. And I was like, I bet the fucking fan who cried when Punk returned was also booing him here. Like, yeah, man, fuck him. He's not the same.
Maybe. No, it's just like, okay, so CM Punk gone for a decade, right? Almost a decade?
7 years.
7 years. He comes back. He's the biggest thing in wrestling.
Yeah.
And then as they're doing this program here, they're treating him like, oh, he's what's wrong with wrestling. Is CM
I
Punk.
get it.
Like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I didn't even mean that. But no, like he's the guy that was giving you all these massive ratings. He's the only reason you're getting these big ratings.
Well, the ratings are lower than when he showed up.
Well,
The ratings are lower than when he showed up.
yeah, maybe he's not a ratings guy.
No one is anymore. That's the thing. The shows are so bad now that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So anyways, Page goes for the buckshot lariat. Punk countered with a sharpshooter. Punk went for the buckshot and his knee buckled. And then Page countered and went for the GTS, but Punk stopped him. Mm-hmm. Punk ended up hitting a shitty buckshot where his knee buckled again. And then
Jesus
Page
Christ.
just had to stand there like, okay, is he going to do it? Okay, cool. Clotheslines him. Page kicks out. Page hits the dead eye. And Punk perfectly timed kick out there. That was really good.
It was good.
Because I even went, whoa. Like, oh,
I thought
shit.
it was late, but no, it was perfect.
Page signaled for the GTS and ended up hitting it. But Punk kicked out. And then Page went for another buckshot. But Punk set up for the GTS, and Page accidentally knocked the ref out with his legs. Page clotheslines Punk, and then he sees the championship belt. And he's like, oh my God, should I do it?
Should I become a heel?
And my
Should
friend
I
Aaron
be what
reminded my friend Aaron reminded me of Roddy Piper versus Bret Hart back in the day when Roddy Piper was a babyface and he thought about hitting Bret with the championship belt while the ref was knocked out. And the fans were like, no, don't do it, Roddy, don't do it. Like, they didn't want him to do it because he was a babyface at the time.
Right.
And they loved him. And he decided not to do it, and it cost him the match.
So this was an Owen Hart thing?
So,
Or
Bret
thing?
Hart. So, because, Punk loves Bret Hart so much. And Adam Page said this is not going to be a Bret Hart jerk-off
masturbatory match.
Yeah.
Right.
And he ended up being one.
A Bret Hart masturbatory match. Yeah, and
But the difference is, Roddy Piper was so over that the fans were like, no, don't do it. When Paige picked it up, I'm like, just do it, you pussy. And then he tosses it away. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You're a little bitch.
little bitch.
That's
The
right.
fans didn't give two fucks either.
No. So he tosses it away, and then Paige goes for the buckshot lariat, but Punk countered and hit the GTS to become the new AEW World Champion. And like I said, at this point in the show, I didn't care. I was like, okay, well, at least he won.
Right. Yeah.
At least they didn't fuck that up.
I was happy that the Adam Page reign is over. Disappointed in the match.
That's the other problem. Another reason why this Punk win didn't feel like a big deal is because he's beating another babyface who's wasn't that dominant, wasn't interesting as a champion. If he beat Kenny Omega or like a heel Moxley,
somebody with some
or
personality,
a heel Jericho. When Moxley beat Jericho, Jericho was so over as a heel and so hated that it was a big deal. But Punk's just beating this pussy Page.
Yeah, essentially.
That's why it didn't feel big. It should have been someone that was really dangerous.
The vegan cowboy.
Yeah.
Lame.
And then after I found this out later, after the show went off the air, FTR came out and celebrated with Punk. FTR, what stable are they in? Kind of. They're still technically in the Pinnacle.
With MJF?
Yeah, they're still technically in the Pinnacle. And look, I know it's not canon because it was off the show, and Punk, jobbed a Hook after the show a few weeks ago. But MJF doesn't do this shit.
No.
And Punk wouldn't do this shit back in the day.
Right.
He just gives no fucks.
No, it's fan service Punk now.
Yeah. Punk needs to be the first AEW World Champion that turns heel in the middle of his reign.
He probably should because the crowd is turned on him for some reason.
Because now that he's done it, there's nothing left. Babyface runs are usually boring anyway. In wrestling, in the history of wrestling, babyface title runs are boring. So I have a feeling he will. And that's like if MJF does stay, you have Punk turn heel. Like, let's say MJF becomes the number one contender. He wins some match. And he's like, you know what? After the whole Wardlow thing, I rethought my life. I realized I really was an asshole to everyone. I'm the number one contender, Punk. And I didn't shake your hand in the past, or I did, and I turned on you, But I just want to say right now, I want to make up for it. I'm willing to shake my hand. And everyone will think that it's MJF. That's going to fuck him over again.
Right.
This time, it's Punk.
Punk's
like, I'm not going to trust you, you piece of shit. And then MJF's a babyface.
Bam.
Now,
hottest thing in wrestling.
I'm sure Punk will hold this title for the rest of the year, at least.
To the next Double or Nothing.
Well, I mean, All Out is in Chicago.
Yeah, and you have said many a times that Master Khan does love his long title reigns.
Yeah, which are a good thing if you have a good champion.
I'm hoping
and
that
if Punk turns heel, that could be a good title reign. It could.
Right.
But this was a flat match. I'll give it a C+.
Sure, I guess. I mean, let's see.
Punk botched. There was a few times where he really almost fucked up too.
So we have 1 B on this card.
B-.
1 B-.
Darby and Kyle. So what's the average?
Let's get our GPA.
It's not going to be good. It's going to be like a...
Oh, what happened? What happened? I don't know what happened.
We're waiting for the results.
I'm going to say, okay, 1 credit.
Credits?
1 credit. I don't know what happened.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Okay, I'll give him 1 credit. Okay. There's so many fucking matches on this card, Andrew.
Yeah.
I probably did the wrong side.
Maybe.
Okay.
Calculate.
All right. The GPA was a 1.3.
Well, that's no.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A 1.3.
A 1.3 would be a D.
Yeah, okay.
D plus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so it makes sense. You got one good match. You got 3 matches that were meh,
Okay.
and then everything else was complete dog shit.
Yeah.
Complete dog shit.
I'm so tired. Why? 5 matches.
Why did you do this to us, Tony?
I did it on the AEW podcast when we were talking about, giving predictions. You want your 5 matches? Punk and Hangman, because you have to. Mm-hmm. Nope. Darby and Kyle. I mean, it really shouldn't even be on the show.
No, that should have been built up.
It was the best match.
Right.
The 2 Owen Hart matches. That's 4. And then Wardlow and MJF. That's 5.
5.
There's your 5 matches.
3-hour pay-per-view. And bam. And it's probably a what? Maybe.
And you can give these people more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
This was tough. This was tough, Andrew.
It was rough. So a D plus overall.
So let's see. The next pay-per-view is Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door is June 26th.
Oh, fuck.
June 26th, Andrew.
That's terrible.
So far, no matches have been made.
Yeah.
But I imagine it's going to happen soon. 'Cause that's next month.
I don't care. Last but not least, we have to do the scorecards.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Have any predictions here?
I'm going to predict I did pretty well.
So Eric got the lowest score. He was the defending champion.
Of course.
He got a 76.
Of course.
Josh, you beat Eric by 1 point.
God damn it.
77. And then I raped you both 93.
Whoa.
I only got 1 match wrong. That was Jericho, which you guys also got that match wrong. We all picked Moxley and the Good Guys. Because you guys also picked... hold on. That wasn't there. Eric picked Ruby. You picked Colin Baker. That was good. You both picked Death Triangle.
And I fucking picked Darby Allin too, didn't I?
No, that wasn't even on the thing.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
right. And Eric picked the Young Bucks, so...
But Andrew, do you feel like a champion after this?
Where's the belt?
Exactly.
I
That's how much of a champion you feel like after watching this bullshit, Andrew. Are you sure you want to claim ownership of that?
I mean, I did it. That's all I have to say about that. Suck it.
Listen, guys, we wish we could give you more energy, but we're only giving you the same energy that Tony Khan gave us.
I got no sleep in Iowa. I had to watch Most Extreme Elimination Challenge after to wake up for this podcast. If you haven't watched it, it's amazing. You used to come on after Monday Night Raw. Check it out. Plug in MXC at the end of the show.